so let's see what's going on. We're going to put them back in there. Get that one. Okay, so for all of these to be reversed, I want to start out by saying Aquarius. That means that there is a lot of indecisive energy among the collective. So a lot of you are going through a period of being indecisive, not knowing if the choices and decisions you have made were the right ones for you, or the decisions and choices you made in a situation dealing with someone else was okay. Like if it will work out for your good as well as the good for them. It's saying you shouldn't be indecisive about any choices you made. You should always follow suit with what your gut tells you to do. The only time you can lead down the wrong path or cause something to happen to you or happen in your life that you weren't supposed to deal with is if you avoid listening to what they're telling you to do. Undecisive energy. As far as a relationship is concerned, there's a lack of love between you two. There's a lack of courting each other. So it's saying you could have been with this person for quite some time, and that part of courting each other and, dating, still dating, even though y'all are already in a relationship, that consistent dating has stopped. And it could have caused issues between y'all and issues in this relationship as a whole. Stress between you both and waiting. I see a lot of procrastination between you both. Being on two different pages, it's like both of y'all are pursuing two different things, or y'all have two different objectives or intentions in mind when it comes to this actual relationship. The gentleman of this situation is speaking on not speaking his mind, not making it known how he truly feels, not speaking up, holding something within, knowing you can take control of a situation, knowing you can lead, but refusing to do that. It's like you are remaining comfortable in your circumstance and in your situation. You are in a position, like I said, to be a leader, in a position to have a leadership role, but it's saying you're avoiding moving forward with this. Either you're doubting what you can do, or you are doubting your thoughts. You're doubting if you'd even be able to accomplish this. And it's pertaining to this relationship. So maybe it could be you playing your part in the relationship, allowing her to lead. Allowing her to follow you and you lead. Queen of Pentacles being reversed is saying that she's not financially as stable as she should be, not financially secure. She is needed to, Scorpio, I'm not sure if it's representing you being the male or the female, but I'm doing both storylines for each so y'all can see what the point of views are. Queen of Pentacles, if you are the Scorpio, it's saying that you need to focus on your financial stability, your growth, making sure your financial health is good, especially as far as your long term is concerned. You need to basically start saving for a rainy day for your future. It's saying you will come across challenges, obstacles, struggles, things of that nature. But if you are prepared mentally and financially, it's saying you'll be able to get through these situations with ease. They really want you to start focusing on your life in general, as in like providing for yourself, having something to lean back on. It's saying never rely on this person right here to take care of those needs. Even though that person may want to, and that could be what they're asking of you, like allow them to lead you or allow them to take care of you. Don't give full control, because when you give people control to feed you, you also give them control to starve you. So it's saying when you give somebody control to sit and take care of you, do everything for you, they can also take that away. They can do it when they feel like it. They can gaslight you and, well, because we got into this, I don't want to do that, or I no longer want to help you. So it's saying never get to the point where you feel dependent on someone else. Financially, make sure you still have your own. Because like I said, you never know when this person's mindset or feelings towards you may change. And then what will you have if you depended everything on this individual? If you received everything from that person, you will leave that relationship empty-handed. And it's going to be harder for you to get back on your feet, I feel like. The Hanged One being reversed is speaking on the resistance of enlightenment. So both of y'all probably are supposed to go through this period of enlightenment at this time. Enlightenment is when you really Find out what your purpose is for being here. And I don't mean purpose as in a career. I don't mean purpose as something financial, like pursuing something. I mean purpose as in why God put you here as an individual, what you are supposed to contribute, growing a closer connection with God and with your angels. That's what spiritual enlightenment means. So it's saying one of you or both of you are in this phase of going through spiritual enlightenment. So be receptive to what they're showing you. Even though you're going through things that you currently do not understand, you're going through them for a bigger reason. You're not supposed to understand it right now because you're going through it. But you will see in the future, in hindsight, why you had to deal with this entire situation. It's also saying y'all shouldn't allow the lack of things, whether it be materialistic things or the lack of love, stress either one of you out. It's really saying that both of you are indecisive about a lot. Like I said, this is indecisiveness for the collective. Whether you are the Scorpio receiving this read or whether you're dating a Scorpio. There's indecisiveness all the way around the board, and it's saying you can't invite someone else in to join you on something or to grow with them if you are indecisive as well. It's indecisive with how you feel or any other area of your life. So it's saying y'all do need to get on the same page as far as that's concerned. Get back on the same page will help y'all move forward. It's the only reason why it seems difficult right now is because both of you are working on two different things, headed two different ways. But at the same time, trying to stay together. It's like, you can't be headed this way, and then that individual is headed that way, and then expect y'all somehow to still link up. Y'all going two separate ways. Y'all can't be on the same page reading two separate books. It's basically what it's saying. I mean, two, like, different books. You can't be on the same page with two separate books. But two different books. I can't read one story. I'm over here reading nonfiction. You over there reading fiction. Thinking we're going to be reading the same thing. That's not it. Y'all have to be on the same page. Same book, same storyline. Everything has to be the same if y'all want to make something out of this relationship long-term wise. If y'all want to be able to get through this. Now, Aquarius is saying the reason why some of you are, I know that I am never alone, loneliness. The reason why some of you are dealing with this relationship and dealing with this lack of love is because you feel like you need to be with somebody. The more you tell yourself you have to be in a relationship or you won't be happy, the more you're going to attract people who take advantage of you, treat you however they want to, gaslight you, because you're setting a standard for yourself that you deserve whatever. You don't deserve a man or a woman who treats you good. You don't deserve a man or woman who cooks for you, is nice to you, uplifts you, make you feel like someone. It's saying when you exude this energy of, oh, I'm lonely, I wish I had a relationship, you're asking God to literally send you anybody. And anybody is what you'll get. And it's saying that that may not be what's best for you because it's like you're coming from a place of desperation. So you're going to receive that. All you can work on at this time is, like I said before, raising your vibrations, making yourself a better person so that you can attract that person who deserves you. You can't be the full package dealing with somebody who's not even giving 5%, wondering why you're not happy. Because instead of you finding who you deserve, you're finding who will tolerate you. You're finding who you'll tolerate. You're not going to be happy now. You're not going to be happy in the future. Loneliness represents the fact that they also want you to understand you don't have to be in a relationship at all. It's saying some of you, like I said, either Scorpio women, Scorpio men, you are getting to this, for some reason you're feeling like you have to be in a relationship or you just won't be happy. It's saying you need to get out of that mindset. The I am never alone is speaking on the fact that you have God with you and you always have your angels. So it's saying, why would you settle to have a little piece of attention from someone who doesn't really mean what they say, or they don't want to give you that affection, when you can go to someone who genuinely loves and cares about you, when you can confide in the people who are watching over you. It's saying they want you to rather put your love in someone who's not going to let you down and only wants the best for you than to tolerate half-assed love from someone else. It's saying you have to know your worth. Because this loneliness card coming out is saying you don't understand your worth. You don't value your worth. You accept whatever because you just can't fathom the fact of being by yourself. And it's saying the more you do that, the more you're asking God to send you stuff that doesn't see your worth either. Until you see your worth and respect yourself, you're not going to receive somebody who respects you and sees your worth. You legit have to be what you expect out of that person. You have to show yourself love. You have to do this in the third for yourself before you see it out of that man or that woman. If they're treating you, however, it's because you're not giving them anything to respect. You're teaching them that you can be loved half-assed. Aquarius, you received resolve. Like I said, it's literally saying some of these connections need to either be resolved as in y'all speaking to each other or just walking away. It's saying y'all shouldn't be feeding into a dead-end connection. That resolve is also saying something very soon is going to happen for you regardless. Like you're not going to have to You won't have to actually fix this for yourself. I feel like it's going to be taken care of for you. Whether something hits the fan, whether y'all communicate, something most definitely is going to come up. And it's going to provide y'all a way to work through these issues and work through these problems. Like I said, with the resolve and loneliness, you need to heal from certain things. And I don't feel like this is childhood-wise. I feel like this healing is speaking on relationship-wise. You've been in relationships in the past that haven't shown you your worth. And I feel like you are tolerable of what you're dealing with now because in your past relationships, you were treated like that and you didn't do anything about it. It's saying you have to put an end to that cycle of not wanting to be by yourself. Because not wanting to be by yourself has put you in so many predicaments that you do not deserve. It's hard to be by yourself, but it's even harder to be with someone who makes you feel like you're by yourself. You'd rather be by yourself. It's saying you shouldn't tolerate that form of disrespect. You shouldn't tolerate that form of belittlement. Whatever it is that this person is doing to you, you shouldn't tolerate it. Now, if y'all were just in a relationship and there is no belittlement, y'all treat each other good, y'all just on 2 different pages, then that's something different. Communicate about it. If y'all can't work past that, move forward. You know, it's not saying y'all were bad for each other just because y'all on 2 separate pages. A lot of the times, God will put 2 people together. Like, for example, I can use this as an example, perfect example. A lot of these YouTube couples now, they have been together since before they were big on YouTube. A lot of them break up. And it's not because they weren't supposed to be together. It's because God got them. God knew that they needed each other to reach, to literally elevate them to a new level. So if he lets them go on their own way, it's not because either one of these individuals are bad. It's just because, like I said, God will literally bring certain people into your life to help you elevate to a certain level or to help you see something. It's not necessarily saying you have to be with that person for the rest of your life. You understand? Or that you have to deal with them on a romantic level for the rest of your life, because that's not the case. So it's saying never feel like you're lonely. Never feel like you have to be attached to something or someone. When you tell someone you're lonely, or you give off the energy of you being lonely, it's kind of like disrespectful and a slap in the face to God, because it's saying like, I'd rather have somebody to fill this void than turn and ask God to help me, or to turn and ask God to send me who I deserve, turn and ask God to help me fix my life. I'd rather have somebody who's not supposed to even be around me than have somebody who loves me and who's looking out for me, watching over me. We're forgiven for stuff like that, but at the same time, he doesn't want us to continue to make the same mistakes. That's one thing, this thing about, and I'm not trying to speak for God, but this is the thing. We can be forgiven for things and he not hold it over our head. There will never be something that you will do where he won't be able to forgive you. But this is the thing. There's a difference between actually repenting and being genuinely sorry and just, you know, uttering words. So it's saying you have to mean when you repent, or when you ask for forgiveness, or when you try to move past things and you try to change your ways, you have to be genuine and mean it. He wants to see that you made that mistake, but you're not continuously making that mistake. If you make that mistake and you go to God and say, I apologize, and you repent, but then you make it 15 more times, it's not going to hold worth the value in his eyes, because you were saying it just to say that. You get what I'm saying? You're putting those words out there just to feel better about yourself. You're clearing your conscience. You're not trying to get right with God to fix what you're doing. You're just clearing your conscience so you don't carry it around that you didn't do what you said you were supposed to do, or you didn't change those ways. The family card came out for you, Aquarius. Okay, so that's telling me another thing. That's telling me a keynote about a lot of this. A lot of you, the reason why you are waiting, or you don't know how to proceed with this person, you don't know what to do, you don't know where this relationship is going to head, you don't know how to handle it. Some of you already know what you want to do. You know how to handle it. Y'all on 2 separate pages. Y'all want to release each other, but with gratitude. Some of you are staying in these connections and saying because y'all have a family together, y'all have children. Children are involved, and I feel like y'all want y'all children to grow up in a household with both of you. So it's saying you're doing it for, it's very admirable what you're doing. You're doing it for something bigger and greater than you are. You're doing it for, you know, the peace of the children, the harmony within the children, to make sure they're raised a certain type of way, make sure they receive a certain type of love. But it's saying, like I said before, don't neglect how you are, don't neglect who you are for the benefit of someone else. You can still be in someone's life and still be effective with co-parenting and not be in the same house, or not be in that relationship anymore. It's saying never jeopardize your happiness. If you're indecisive, if you're continuously or constantly indecisive, and I mean like year after year you're indecisive on if you should even be with that person, more than likely that's a sign that you should have been left. Someone, when you're with your soulmate, you're gonna know. There's not gonna be a doubt in your mind. You're gonna wake up every day thanking God that you get to be with this person. If you wake up on a daily, year after year, and you're constantly questioning if that is for you, it's not for you. Anything for you will be for you regardless. Anything for you, you will know it's for you. Your intuition will tell you this is yours. If you have to question it, you know it's not yours. That wasn't yours to have. That was not yours to create that future with, to create that future with, to create that life with. And like I said, it's not saying you're a bad person or that person either. It's just saying I feel like y'all are on two different pages. Y'all want two different things. And it's saying it'd be best if y'all find who also has the same plans or goals in mind so that you can reach them. Y'all don't have to be on bad terms with each other just because y'all are no longer together. Number 9, Aquarius, you receive solitude, like I just spoke on. This also, I'm going to put this over here because it goes with the loneliness card. To receive solitude and loneliness, solitude is speaking on someone spending more time with themselves. Like I said, focus on you healing, focusing on why you are the way you are, focusing on your personal growth, things you want to bring into fruition, how you want your life to be in the future, how you want your life to look in 3 months, 3 years, whatever it is. It's saying you really just introspecting, going within. Self-reflection is what solitude speaks on. God removing everything from around you that's distracting you. And to receive solitude, Scorpio, like I said, I don't know if it's the male or the female in this, whoever I'm referring to. This is saying that God has been removing people from around you. Maybe recently you're not understanding why relationships are falling apart. The same friends you used to have, you no longer have. The same people who used to talk to you don't talk to you no more. Even family members, the ones that was close to you, they separated. That's called divine protection. When you receive solitude, it's saying that God is separating people from around you. People, things, habits, addictions from around you that are holding you back from becoming the best self. Becoming your best self. Becoming your higher self. Also, receiving solitude is saying that he wants you to understand that you don't need anybody but him. When it comes to your friends, your family, your thing, like you need your family, but it's saying at the end of the day, when it comes to what he put you here to do, and when you passed away by yourself, the fact that you were born alone and you're going to leave alone, he needs you to understand you vitally, he's the only one that we actually need. As in, like, I need this individual, like I'm breathing air and need this person. And that's what he wants you to see when he separates you from people. Another thing, divine protection means that someone in your life or something in your life was going to hold you back or hinder you. If you're no longer friends with somebody, it's because they were doing something behind your back that you didn't know of. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have a positive purpose or positive intent for your life. God removed them from around you. It's the same thing. Whether it's habits, different things, God will sit. All you have to do is ask him to remove and take care of situations you can't handle. And you're gonna be amazed how many people you no longer speak to you. And you're gonna think it's you, and it's really not you. That's the thing, it's really not you. He's protecting you. It may look like, oh, I'm losing friends. That's not my best friend no more. This and the third. You're not losing anybody. You're being protected. So if he's pulling you away from somebody, let it happen. A lot of the times what we mess up is we try to hold on to situations that God been told us to stop messing with, stop dealing with, whether it's a relationship or a friendship, staying at a job that you know you should have been left, like things like that. If he show you something's not for you, don't force it, because when you force it, you're hurting yourself. You're putting yourself in things that were never supposed to happen to you at all. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of the time we go around upset and mad. God, why did I go through this? You didn't go through that. You put yourself in that. He didn't put you through that. You'll know the difference between what God put you through and what you put yourself through. The stuff God put you through, once you go through it, you'll be stronger. You'll realize why you had to go through it. You won't let that defeat you. You'll be not only a better person, but you'll want better for yourself and better for your life. The stuff that we put ourselves through is the things when we feel like, oh, I got to have this, or I need this, out of greed, out of jealousy, out of envy. Oh, you got money, I need money. Like, we put ourselves in a lot of situations, and then we wonder why we have bad karma and stuff coming back to us. It's because of a lot of what we do. If we follow what he's telling us to do, you're going to have more positive things than negative things. And I'm going to tell you, who am I doing? Aquarius. I can, what's that word? What is it? Contest? Is it contest to this? The word when you can agree with something, or you can relate. I'll just say I relate. I noticed, and like I said, I still got a lot of work to do as well, but I've noticed even when I, like as of late, have been starting to focus on spiritual things more and focused on trying to change how I was and change the ways about me that aren't okay, I noticed that I've been happier too. So it's saying like everything is going to start with you. Everything is going to start with how close, the type of life you live It's going to depend on how close you are with God. If you don't have a relationship with God, 9 times out of 10, your life going to be full of drama. It's going to be messy. It's going to be sin after sin. You're doing stuff that you think is right, but it's wrong. It's going to be full of bad luck for you. And that's how you know if you're leading a divine life or if you're not. If things never work out for you, you're not in a struggle season. Your life needs to be fixed. You need to fix some ways about yourself. Whatever you're doing that's keeping you from being close to God needs to stop. And that's being negative. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff I got to work on. A lot of stuff I got to change too. To move me close to where I need to be, what they put me here to do and how they put me here to be, because you feel me, I haven't been doing that. I've done the same thing that it's speaking on. So it's like, you could change, but you have to be willing to make an effort to change. You have to be willing to say when you, like, whatever it is, like I said, I'm not trying to throw nobody on the bus, but whatever you're doing, you have to be willing to make that change. Is this going to help me or is this going to hinder me? Is this going to hold me back or is this going to help me grow? Is this going to keep me where I'm at or is this going to, and I'm not going to lie to you. Until you learn the lesson that God's trying to show you, you're going to repeat it over and over again. When I tell you I done repeated certain lessons in my life over and over and over again because I have not wanted to listen to what he was telling me to do. I wanted to take it into my own hands. Oh, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And been right back at ground one every time. Because I'm not listening to what he's telling me to do. The sooner you listen to what he's telling you to do and the sooner you walk a life that he's divine for you, the sooner things can improve for you. But if you resist him, you're resisting your growth as well. You're resisting better coming to you. You're resisting a better life altogether. So it is saying I need to... That's another thing as far as Aquarius, the relationship is concerned. If y'all keep God in between that and y'all pray together, pray to him to get y'all back on the right page. Pray to him to take anything that's distracting y'all, keeping y'all from, courting each other and giving that love to each other, giving what's needed or what's necessary. Then y'all be on better terms. Like this relationship will be in a better light, I feel like. Also, it's saying don't expect this person to heal you for you. You have to heal yourself. I feel like that solitude is saying that you need time alone. Because for some reason, you feel as if you have to have somebody around you. And that's, like I said, that's an example of you walking yourself into stuff. Feeling like you got to have somebody. You received 2 for this, Aquarius. You received a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. And you received show the world the real you. So it's saying very soon you are going to be approached with an opportunity to not only do what you love, but tap into your creative side. I feel like you're going to get to show people what you genuinely love to do, what you bring to the table, how talented you are. It's saying, that's another thing. It's saying you need to start being more authentic. Stop feeling like you have to fit in. They want you to stop feeling like you have to conform to what somebody tells you to do or be a certain type of way so you can have friends or fit in. It's saying you need to let that go. God put each of us here not to fit in. He put us each here with something different so that we can stand out and we can contribute to the world what we're supposed to contribute through our own way. That's the issue now. That's why it's more hate going around than love, because we're all wanting to be everybody else. Oh, that person has this and the third. I'm envious. I want to be like y'all. I'm going to join y'all group. I'm going to do this and I'm going to act like this so I can be friends with you. Focus on how you can be friends with yourself. It's saying you should never base how you are as a person off, okay, this person like to cuss and like to be rude, and I want to be this person's friend, so you know what, I'm going to be like that too. That's not what you're supposed to do. It's saying, Aquarius, show the world the real you. It's basically saying be your authentic self. Be who you are. Don't be a copycat. Don't be another individual. You be the person God put you here to be. Regardless if people look at you weird, regardless if they look at you crazy, point fingers and laugh, 9 times out of 10 they're going to do that because they weren't chosen. And 9 times out of 10, if you want you a different breed or you're a different person, you don't follow it with what everybody doing, everybody lead, 9 times out of 10 you were chosen. They're going to laugh. They're going to laugh. You got to understand that stuff going to come with being great. You're going to have people that hate on you. That's how you know you're great. That's how you know you're doing something good. If people look at you and they say, oh, they ain't doing shit, why be jealous for what? It's because you're not doing nothing. You're not making the moves. You're not shaking the table hard enough for them to realize, God put you here and you mean business. It's saying that you literally have to start thinking of yourself in a better way, like in a higher light. You literally have to start thinking of yourself in a better light. Because it's saying right now you wanting to fit in more than you wanting to stand out. And I'm telling you, the ones that stand out are the ones that grow up and be successful. The ones that have their own business. The ones that do this and the third. You got to stand out. God didn't put you here to be like everybody else. Because guess what you do when you become like everybody else? You do what everybody else do. If everybody else ain't doing shit with their life, guess what? You ain't doing nothing either. So you're supposed to stand out. Stop. It's saying Aquarius, stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to fit into what people want you to fit into. That's not how they look at you, how they view you, what they think about you is not your responsibility. What you think about you is all your responsibility. Who cares what they have to say? 9 times out of 10, they wasted their life, so now they trying to make you waste yours because they jealous. And what they got to do with you? You be who you supposed to be. If they laugh, oh well, let them laugh. That's hate. You notice people don't laugh at people that ain't doing shit. People don't laugh at people that's in the same level. Excuse my language, but people don't laugh at people that's on the same level as them. They laugh at people that's doing more. You know, that's jealousy and envy. Don't allow that to discourage you, Aquarius. A fiery climax approaches is saying something's going to hit the fan very soon. Like I said, I feel like it's going to allow you this freedom to pursue your goals. It's going to allow you some sort of freedom, some sort of clarity as well. So be open and receptive to those changes. Last but not least, can you let me know what can tie this in for Aquarius? What can tie this in for Aquarius? Last but not least, you received indecisiveness. That's crazy. What did I say at the beginning of this read? I said y'all are literally indecisive about everything. The last card you received was indecisiveness. That I'm telling you, like, spirit be coming through to y'all through different things. Y'all are indecisive. It's saying if you decide on something and you actually pursue it, you have a good chance of making this work out. So y'all do need to make up y'all minds about where this relationship is going to go and what needs to happen, what needs to be done on both parts. It's not saying one of y'all need work, both need work. It's saying it's not a, when you're in a relationship, it's two people. So anytime somebody come to you with that, oh, you're the problem, they're the problem. They're trying to project it onto you because they are in denial about them ever being wrong or ever doing anything wrong. So don't allow people to project what they're insecure about and the fact that they don't qualify or they don't measure up, come off onto you, because that's really what it is. It's saying don't let this person off on the hook. If they say there's relationship issues, y'all do have relationship issues, but y'all have them, not just one of y'all. You're not dating yourself. That being said, it's something that person can do as well. So don't ever allow them to make you feel inadequate. Also, it's saying be more decisive about things. Be more practical as well. That will knock out a lot of issues that y'all have. And remember why y'all were together in the first place. Remember what has held y'all together this long. Like I said, for some of you, you have children. Remember that. Remember that this person, you know, gave you a very beautiful blessing, a great blessing.